CBS presents this program in color.
You are looking at the amphibian, a monster from inner space. What you see here took more than 6 months to create. It's made of such materials as plastic, foam rubber, and polyethylene, and weighs more than 100 pounds. The designer of this beautiful creature is one of these 3 men. Let's meet him now. What is your name, please?
My name is Richard Castareno.
My name is Richard Castareno.
My name is Richard Castareno.
Only one of these men is the real Richard Castareno. The other 2 are imposters and will try to fool this panel. Tom Poston, Peggy Cass, Orson Bean, and Kitty Carlisle on To Tell the Truth. This portion of To Tell the Truth is brought to you by New Dawn Hair Color.
Tired of losing in life?
Mother, please.
Now Buzzer brings you Better Living Through Advertising. Learn how to shave a peach, breathe on a mirror, and just try to mess up that hair. Add on these compact machines, rent a car, cure that migraine, and become friends with your mother-in-law again. Vintage game shows with cool commercials left in. Weeknights starting at 4, only on Buzzer.
And now, here's our host on To Tell the Truth, Bud Collier.
Thank you, and welcome once again to Tell the Truth. Good afternoon, panel.
Good afternoon, Bud.
How do you like that amphibious monster, huh?
It's very scary. There he is
How about that? In front of you are today's envelopes, the contents of which you've never seen. Open up envelope number 1, if you will, then you can follow along with me. I, Richard Castareno, make movie monsters. Horrifying, terrifying, live-action monsters to scare the wits out of moviegoers. My newest monster is in Destination Inner Space, and it's the first monster ever to work underwater without external diving gear attached. I built scuba gear into it, climbed in myself, and dived down. I have designed 7 monsters in all. 5 of them use human actors inside the costumes, and 2 operate mechanically. They were creatures like a space monster, a giant octopus, and the sun demon. They're all fake, but the howls of fear in movie theaters are very real. Signed, Richard Castareno. He doesn't understand English, don't you realize
So
that?
speak to him in his native
No, just
tongue.
go like this. You see, he
Glug,
follows
glug.
your hand and he'll turn around. Now you watch. See there? See there?
Beautiful.
See there?
Yeah, let's see the other side.
You find out for yourself. All right. We'll start the questioning with Peggy Cass. Peggy?
Peggy Casarino. Number 3, who's Tony Sarg?
I don't know.
Now, number 1, how much did it cost to make that?
Well, this particular one cost about $28,000.
$28,000? Well, what does it do outside of being ugly?
Well, this is one of our newest.
Oh, I'm sorry. I beg your pardon.
Darn cute for a monster.
This one actually we can submerge in water as we
You mean the guy has a face?
an aqualung, yes.
I see. Gee, it doesn't look as though he's got an aqualung, but of course, where would he carry it? Number 2, why is his stomach different than the rest of him?
His stomach?
Well, isn't that his stomach there?
Well, that's just a design that's put in.
Oh, I thought maybe that was where you could kill him, his soft underbelly.
Well, you can. He's been...
Orson Bean.
Thank you. Number 3, who was, Mercy, he has a temper, doesn't he?
He just covered his underbelly, that's all.
Who was, number 3, do you happen to know who was responsible for the creature from the Black Lagoon?
Bud Westmore.
It was a Bud Westmore monster, huh?
swell.
Yeah. Number 1, how about the attack of the crab monsters? One of the lesser efforts. You know who made them crabs?
Who made the crabs?
Yeah. Special effects, fella.
Yes. It might have been Westmore or Shields. I'm not sure of that one.
Number 2, how about, do you have anything to do with the monsters, like for Frankenstein monster faces and things like
Frank
that?
Shield did that for Universal.
Did he? Yeah, those were all for Universal.
Which one?
Kitty Carlisle.
Frankenstein.
Number 1, is the aqualung in the back fin of the monster?
No, it's actually, well, it's between the fin and the man's body strapped on his back.
Number 2, how does he, is it, the reason I asked him to turn around is, how does he get in and out of it? Is it zipped up the back?
It's zipped up the back and along the legs. Those feet, his fins, are specially put on after he has the suit on. The head comes different, separately.
Number 3, well then how is it possible for him to be submerged? Is it watertight?
No, it is not.
It is not. Number 1, where does Westmore, what studio does Westmore work out of?
Well, he does work for various studios in Hollywood now, and
Mostly where?
Tom Poston.
Well, I'd like to ask number 2, how come number 3 didn't know Tony Sorg? Do you know him, number 2?
Yes, puppeteer in the early 30s.
Thank you. That, where did you get the idea for him, number 1? He looks something like a cornerback who has just seen a man catch a pass right in front of him. Where did you get the idea for this monster, number 1?
well, the design was by my associate, and
Pardon me?
I say the design was by an associate of mine, and we did the actual mechanical work on the...
Thank you. Number 3, do you know William Castle? I believe he's a director or a producer. Thank you. How come you didn't know Tony Sorg?
He's too
I
young.
don't
Too
know.
young.
I don't know him either.
That's it. Time for you
I
now to
didn't know.
mark
I
your
pulled it out of
ballots.
my
So
head.
please
He does
mark them at
amazing.
once, if you will, please.
Very
Without
good, aren't
change,
they?
without any consultation. Just vote. Vote
How
for
long
number
can he live out of
1,
water, Bud?
number 2, we'll find out, or number 3.
They're all good. All very good.
Okay. The team of challengers will, of course, receive $100 for each incorrect vote. Are your ballots all marked? All right, Tom, for whom did you vote?
Me too.
I voted for number 3 because he was undecided about whether Bill Castle was a director or producer. And I worked for Bill on several occasions, and there were many times when I asked myself exactly the same question. I'm just kidding.
You can.
Great director.
Well, now that I voted for him, I don't think it is him. Well, anyway. I voted for 3. We went winning grammar lessons.
Orson.
Oh, just so hard. I like the way number 2 said Frank Shields or somebody did it for Universal. That sounds like parlance of the trade, and I almost voted for him, and then I got touted onto 1. But at the last minute, I switched to 3 because of the Bill Castle thing that he knew. But he could be a liar.
Kitty Carlisle.
I voted for number 3 because of the way the monster put his hand on his shoulder up there. I felt they had an affinity for each other.
What a play on what? I don't know. Affinity. Wow. All right, the votes are all in, so let's find out the truth, shall we? Will the real Richard Castareno please stand up? Oh, my. Thank you very much, sir. I tell you, you got the brights today, haven't you, huh? You really got the brights.
That's just a fluke, though.
Yeah.
Number 1, what is your real name and what do you really do?
My name is Alan Nastasi, and I'm an attorney in New York City.
And number 2, what is your real name and what do you do, sir?
My name is John Pierotti, and I'm the sports cartoonist for the New York Post.
Thank you. In checking the votes, we find there were no incorrect votes. So, gentlemen, there's still a $75 coming your way. Who was the monster?
Who was the monster?
Well, he's one of our young, fine actors who sits in for you when we're rehearsing the show.
Oh.
And we are very happy to have had you here today. And there's still, as I said, is $75 coming your way. And I hope you had a good time, too. Glad you weren't inside the costume. You were more comfortable this way. Goodbye, and God bless you.
Often, so we are too.
Yahoo!
Password Plus, now followed by Super Password.
Welcome to whatever this is.
Because it's always good to change your passwords once in a while.
You understand what I'm saying?
Password Plus and Super Password. Tonight, starting at 1 on Buzzer. Let's play.
Who put my oodles of suds and shampoo? Who took the out? Who took the out? Who took the
Out of the bottle.
New Shatterproof Alberto VO5 shampoo makes hair do even more of what you want it to. And
VO5 shampoo brings more oodles of suds to you. They took the whoops out of the bottle. Shatterproof.
you wouldn't wear a swimsuit in a snowstorm, and yet one part of you is almost always exposed, your hands. They're exposed to rough weather and household chemicals all winter long. Protect your hands with medicated Dermafresh. It helps heal your hands, leave skin feeling smooth and whole again. Protect your hands all winter long with medicated Dermafresh hand lotion from Alberto Culver.
Now, before we meet our next team of challengers, we'd like to tell you about a very lucky purchase.
Our next guest on To Tell the Truth bought this old typewriter for only $9. It started him on a brand new career which has already earned him $10,000. Let's meet him now. What is your name, please?
My name is Richard B. Coiner.
My name is Richard B. Coiner.
My name is Richard B. Coiner.
We'll learn more about Richard B. Coiner in a minute. But now this word about prolong.
What happens when you wash a floor like this in a car wash?
Wash a kitchen floor in a car wash?
That's right. This beautiful kitchen floor has been waxed with new Prolong, a completely new kind of floor wax with a new kind of shine. A shine made to be washed with today's detergents. And we're going to prove it. Okay, boys, fall down the floor. Let's see how that Prolong floor wax keeps its shine.
All that detergent?
We're even adding strong floor cleaning detergent.
It'll kill the shine.
Not with Prolong floor wax. That shine's made to be washed with today's detergents.
Fantastic! It shines like it's just been waxed.
If a Prolong shine can take all that washing, think how long it will last on your floor. New Prolong floor wax, the shine made to be washed with today's detergents. Brand new from Dracket.
And open up your second envelope, if you will, and follow along. I, Richard B. Coiner, am an award-winning novelist. Before I started to write, I was a public relations man, a door-to-door salesman, a cartoonist, a banker, and a clerk. Not too long ago, I took a chance at an auction and I bought a sealed box. When I opened it, I found an old typewriter. I had never typed and had never written anything before, but I decided to use the typewriter to write my first novel. It was published last week and is called Jack Be Quick. My publisher liked it so well that he gave me a $10,000 advance on my next novel. Now I'm at work on a new story, but this time I was able to afford a new typewriter. Signed, Richard B. Coiner. We'll continue this game with Richard B. Coiner in half a minute after this message.
Something sure and daring about this girl. Beneath that beautiful hair, confidence in basic black. Her secret? Rinse Away, dandruff shampoo, and rinse. The shampoo, luxurious necessity for clean, flake-free hair. The Rinse, medicated for continuing dandruff protection you can count on, shampoo to shampoo. Leaves your hair tangle-free, ready for anything. Rinse Away, shampoo and rinse.
This portion of To Tell the Truth was brought to you by Rinse Away. The next portion of To Tell the Truth is brought to you by Pepsodent, the toothpaste that cleans your teeth their whitest. And here once again is your host, Bud Collier.
Thank you, Johnny. And these three men all claim to be Richard B. Coiner, award-winning novelists. We'll start the questioning, if we may, with Kitty Carlisle.
Thank you, Bud. I'm crazy about auctions. Number 3, did you buy anything else at this auction besides the sealed box?
No, I bought the sealed box.
Where was the auction?
In a pawn shop.
Oh, what fun. Number 2, what kind of an award did you get for your novel?
I won the Bread Loaf Award.
Where's that given?
That's given here. It represents a conference in Middlebury College in Vermont.
Oh. Number 1, who's your publisher?
Lyle Stewart.
Number 2, is that the only novel you've written, the one that won the award?
Yes, it is.
And now you're going to work on another one?
Yes.
What kind of a typewriter is that, number 3?
It was a Royal.
It was a Royal.
It is a Royal.
It is. Number 2, what are you going to buy now?
I expect to do a little writing first, then I'll buy later.
Do you write in longhand?
I write with the typewriter.
Oh, you do? Thank you.
Tom Poston.
I'd like to know what Jack Be Quick is about. Can you tell us, number 1, please?
It's about many things. It's part of me, it's part of people I've met, and it's part of my life.
Thank you. I'm fascinated about the jobs you have held, whoever you are. Number 3, what is a speedball to a cartoonist?
It's a lettering pen.
Thank you. Number 3, where did you bank when you were a banker?
I banked at the Irving Trust Company in New York.
Okay, thank you, number 2. Now, number 3, will you tell me?
At Bowery Savings Bank in New York.
Oh, you were here in New York. Well, number 1, where did your title come? Where did your prize, award come from? Number 2 said Vermont or someplace. Where's yours?
It's the Breadloaf Award.
Which is?
It's from Middlebury College in Vermont.
Well, number 1, how did you, are you a New Yorker?
Yes, I am.
How did you apply for this award?
One does not apply for it. It is given.
Never gave it to me.
Never wrote a first novel,
Well, I read one.
Peggy Cash.
Number 2, where is the McDowell colony?
I don't know.
Thank you. Number 3, how much did you pay for that typewriter in the sealed box?
$9.
Gee, number 1, did you have a hunch it was a typewriter, or it could have been a bunch of garbage or something? I mean, sealed box and all. Did you have a feeling it was a typewriter?
I hadn't the vaguest idea what it was.
You're a real sport. Number 2, did you always want to be a novelist?
No, I did not.
Well, I just can't get over that you get a typewriter and write a whole book just like that. Probably wasn't. Listen, number 3, did the Bread Loaf Award give you any money, or just a loaf of bread? I mean, is there bread connected with the Bread Loaf Award?
No, there isn't.
Just the honor.
Just the honor.
It's the kind of things I always get.
Horse and Bean.
Number 1, what a strange way to have your whole life go. If there'd been a stuffed moose head in there, would you have gone into taxidermy, or?
I don't know. I guess it was always in the back of my mind to write a book one day.
That's a sensational thing. Number 3, what's a hyphen? If you're a writer, you ought to know that.
It's an elongated dash.
Is it? I always thought it was those 2 little dots over each other. What are that?
No,
That's an umlaut.
That's a colon.
It's an umlaut.
It's an umlaut is these 2 dots.
That's
I'm
right.
talking about these 2 dots.
Oh, that's a colon.
That's a colon. All right. Number 3, about your colon. Did you make up this name, Jack Be Quick, from the nursery rhyme? Like Jack Be Nimble?
Yes.
What does it have to do with your story?
The protagonist is named Jack.
Yeah?
And he's trying to get through life as quickly and as smoothly as possible.
I see. Number 2, how about the income tax thing for writers? Has that been fixed around to where, like, you can spend 4 years writing a book, and then it gets published and you make all the money in 1 year, and it's not fair? Has that been changed?
I haven't enjoyed enough income as a writer to answer that.
Oh, I
That's all the time we have. It's time for you now to mark your ballots. So please mark them at once, without change, without any consultation, as before. Select, if you will, number 1, number 2, or number 3. Ballots all marked?
Not old slowpoke.
Tom.
I was marked. I marked.
For whom did you vote,
Old
Tom?
Slowpoke was marked. I voted for number 3, and I'm glad to see that a lot of the members of the audience agreed with me. Or I agreed with them or something.
You know, I was going to vote for 1 because he looks so much like Alan Hewitt, but I didn't. I voted for number 3 because of that speedball pen stuff. I don't know if it's true or not, but it sounded very professional.
Orson.
Well, they're all very good. I voted for number 3 because of the speedball pen and because he looks like a writer to me. He has the eyes, the haunted eyes of a man who has known hunger.
What makes with the umlaut?
That's an umlaut. I just threw it in to make it pretty.
Kitty.
Well, my husband wrote a play once about a typewriter that was delivered to a family and you can't take it with you.
Yes.
And I have a feeling that number 1, who said his first novel was about himself, and I think most first novels are autobiographical, and so I voted for number 1.
Very well, that broke the unanimity of it all so far, but we'll find out which one in truth is Richard B. Coyner in a minute. Now here is a word about how to get your teeth their whitest.
Rest assured, we now return.
So, panel, the votes are all in, and to remind everybody, Kitty voted for number 1. The rest of you all voted for number 3. So, let's see now which one of these gentlemen, in truth, is the award-winning novelist. Will the real Richard B. Coyner please stand up?
It's number 2.
It's 3.
Thank you, sir.
Is your novel already published, or when is it due to come out?
Well, it has been published as of November 8th.
Uh-huh. Well, much success to you. I hope it's a bestseller on every list in the land.
Thanks a lot.
And the next one, too.
Thanks.
Number 1, what is your real name and what do you really do?
My name is Morton Sunshine, and I'm the general manager of the Grossinger Hotel and Country Club in Grossinger, New York.
Number 2, what is your real name and what do you do, sir?
My name is David Hanna. I'm an account executive with the American Research Bureau, and we rate television programs.
Thank you. And taking the score, we find there was one incorrect vote this time. You got him off the unanimous correct kick anyway, and that's worth $100 to you. And we thank you very much for visiting our show. Hope you look back on it as a happy experience. Goodbye, and God bless you. We'll be right back. And now, here is something new for every woman who wants prettier hands.
Next, yours truly may just scare guesses on What's My Line. Then, I'm not done yet. I smell deceit and trickery on I've Got a Secret. Stay tuned.
Be with us tomorrow, and once again, we'll play our celebrity version of To Tell the Truth with another famous guest star. Goodbye, panel. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow, too. In the meantime, don't you forget to tell the truth. Bye.
If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel for more great classic TV content.
Dermasil to make your hands prettier while you do dishes. To Tell the Truth is a Mark Woodson, Bill Todman production. Johnny Olson speaking. The program pre-recorded.
To write. And listen, don't forget to watch Hogan's Heroes Friday night.
Right after the Wild Wild West, in color.
You better believe it. All right, show your tickets before